Hello, everyone, and welcome to my NFL 2025 playoff predictions. In this video, I'm going to be predicting the playoffs, starting from the wild card round all the way up to the Super Bowl. So these are just my personal predictions. Comment down below what you guys think of my predictions. And yeah, we're gonna get started. So the first game we have up is the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Now I feel like this is gonna be such a good game because you got Josh Allen with Buffalo and Bo Nix with the Denver, which Bo Nix is having an excellent rookie season. He's having he's probably going to be like second best behind Jalen Daniels in that sense of terms. But I do feel Buffalo having the home field advantage and being the number two seed. Denver is still a young team, so they can gain confidence or gain more as the season progresses over time in the future. They have a bright future, by the way. And I just feel like Buffalo has the experience, they have the capabilities to really, turn up. Josh Allen has been wonderful all season. And so I'm picking the Bills. So now we have the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, in this game, I feel like this is going to be a really close game, what people might not be expecting. Now, you got for the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, which is having a wonderful season. His rushing, his passing, he's doing it all. And on the Steelers, now they've been struggling. They've lost four out of their last five games. They were 10-3, but now they are 10-7, and I just feel like Baltimore being at home, just having the experience, Lamar Jackson, it's hard to stop him. He's a candidate for MVP, and I feel like Baltimore at home, I'm gonna pick them to win. Now you got the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now in this game, I feel like this is also going to be a really close game, like I mentioned for the last one. Um, You got Houston is at home, but LA coming in. You got John Harbaugh, which is having a really excellent season. He really turned this LA Chargers team around. The Texans are still young. They have a bright future ahead of themselves. And in this scenario, I'm just going to make it quick and simple. I'm picking the Chargers. Which brings us to the AFC divisional round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Sorry about that. And in this scenario, I feel like Patrick Mahomes, you can never bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially at home. Kansas City is having like not one of the best seasons because they've had many close games this season. Like I think they won uh they beat the Chargers by 2 points last time they met in Arrowhead, and I just feel like Kansas City being the number one seed, I feel like they're gonna find a way. John Harbaugh, he's had a great season, but I feel like his season is gonna come to an end in Arrowhead for the AFC divisional round, and that's why I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. Which brings me to the AFC divisional round second game between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this game, I feel like it could go either way as well. Lamar Jackson being an MVP candidate this season, and you got Josh Allen at home in Buffalo, and that crowd is just gonna be just very hard for the Ravens to like pull an upset here. I could not see it happening. Josh Allen honestly could definitely make a run to the Super Bowl, which you'll find out in a second if I do pick the Bills to make the Super Bowl this year. But I feel like Buffalo being at home and just Sean McDermott, all that Buffalo offense and the defense is playing well, and that's why I'm picking Buffalo to beat the Ravens at home. Which brings me to my AFC championship between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is going to be a really, really good game. Kansas City being at home, Patrick Mahomes, they've the they're back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and you got the Buffalo Bills on the other hand. Josh Allen, I feel like it might be their year this year because Kansas City, honestly, they've only lost one game or they've lost two games, but they were all close games, and I feel like Buffalo's offense can outscore them in that position, and that's why I feel like Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills can knock off the Kansas City Chiefs in a very close game, might even go to overtime. And the Buffalo Bills, I have them going to the Super Bowl. So for the NFC wild card round between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. I feel like this is going to be a closer game than I expect. That Green Bay, they just lost to Chicago just on Sunday, but they didn't have Jordan Love in there. And Philadelphia, if Jalen Hurts comes back, I could not see Philadelphia losing in the NFC wildcard round. They have an explosive offense. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, just that offense and that defense. Honestly, is playing well, and I feel like Green Bay won't be able to keep up to Philly's offense. That's why I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Green Bay Packers in the wildcard round. Now, the NFC wildcard round between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. I feel like this game. It can be a tight one, honestly. Jalen Daniels is probably going to be Rookie of the Year, honestly. And you got Baker Mayfield, which is an explosive offense for Tampa Bay. And I have an upset here. Honestly, Jalen Daniels being Rookie of the Year, Washington's won a lot of close games this season, basically coming down to the last 5 seconds in the game. And I feel like Jalen Daniels for the first week of the season, I feel like he didn't have the experience to beat the Bucks that week, but I feel like he's gotten better over the season, progressed, and I have Washington winning in a tight one here. Um, so that's why I'm picking the Commanders to win against the Bucks. Now, we got the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC wildcard round. Now, I feel like this game is going to be very interesting. You got Minnesota that doesn't have much playoff experience. They had Kirk Cousins just a few seasons ago, and you got the Rams. When you think people are sleeping on the Rams, and here's why they should not. So the Rams have been the Rams won 5 games in a row. And I feel like they have the offense to beat the Vikings in this one. I know a lot of people are going with Minnesota because of their explosive, dangerous offense and defense. But I feel like the Rams being at home with that crowd and that noise and Matthew Stafford, I feel like the Rams could be a contender for the Super Bowl as well. And you will find out if I do pick the Rams to go to the Super Bowl in the coming matchups ahead. But I feel in this game, Minnesota had a great season, what a run, they have a bright future. But I have the Rams winning against the Vikings in the wild card round. Which brings me to the NFC divisional round between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. I'm going to keep this short and simple. Detroit, they're Super Bowl contender. Washington, you had a great season. Jalen Daniels, I know your future's bright. Maybe you'll be a Super Bowl contender one day, in the coming years or so. But you can't count out the Detroit Lions offense with Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. They have an explosive offense. And I could see this game being at least a 10-point win or more for Detroit. They have just one of the best offenses in the NFL besides Kansas City and Baltimore. So that's why I'm picking Detroit to beat the Commandos at home. Unfortunately, I'm a Commandos fan, by the way, so this is hard to do. But I have Detroit winning this, unfortunately. Which brings me to the NFC division round between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I feel like this is going to be a really close game. I could see an upset happening, but Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia's offense, they're tough, right? It's so hard to stop Saquon Barkley. And the Rams being at home, I know Philly, it's loud. It's just, I know it's going to be loud, enthusiastic. You can't count out Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense. They have an explosive offense. I know the Rams had a great season. Their future's looking bright with Sean McVay. They had quite a, quite a run to get to this divisional round. But I have the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round. Which brings me to the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Now, this game, I feel like it's going to be close. I know Detroit has a good offense, and Philadelphia has a really good offense as well. But this game is in Detroit, and you can't count out the Lions' offense. Dan Campbell loves to win. He has a passion about winning, and it's just going to be hard stopping that Lions' offense at home against the Eagles. I know Jalen Hurts and all, but you just can't bet against the Lions. I feel like it's going to be a close game, probably like a 3-point game, well, just probably a one possession game throughout the game. But I have Detroit going to the Super Bowl in 2025. which has me with the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. This is my prediction. Like I said, comment down below what you guys think of my thoughts and predictions here. But I feel like this game could go either way. You got Josh Allen and that Buffalo offense, and you got Dan Campbell, which he finds a way every time in the Super Bowl. But I feel like Detroit, they they've just had a great season. I feel like Dan Campbell is deserving of winning a Super Bowl this season. He's done it all. He's he's coached this team very good, and I feel like I have Detroit winning Super Bowl 59. And that's a wrap. Here's my playoff bracket prediction. I thank you guys for watching, and comment down below what you guys think of this. I'm actually getting a phone call right now, so I will pick that up. And let me know what you guys think, as I have Detroit being the Super Bowl champion in Super Bowl 59. And yeah, that's all I have for now. And like I said, comment down below, and I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.